Everyone, for the lab of today, you have here an application such that this is similar to what you will have for your exam. And as you can see here, you have a pharmacy with medical products, such that the attributes of a medicine are its name, you have some indications, you also have some contraindications of whether you should administrate that medicine. You've also got the list of ingredients, price, the stock associated with, and within the pharmacy, you will have this collection of medicine. So as you can see in the requirement, it will not tell you exactly which collection to use. You should use the one which is best suited. Then for pharmacy, you have a method which is name check stock, such that from the collection which you've got of medicines, you need to eliminate all those products for which you've got the stock 0. Then you want all these ingredients to be distinct. Okay, so you've got distinct names, and it also says that you shouldn't have duplicate ingredients. Okay. So, as well as it tells you that you also have to implement comparable because you want to order these medicines based on name, price, and you should implement all these interfaces. Also, within the pharmacy, you have a method called to map. So you have here for the key, you've got the ingredient, okay, and then you've got how many times it appears. So you will have the value which is of type integer. And then you should just test the whole system step by step. Okay. Such that you will have, okay, this is based on what I was playing. Okay. So when you have the classes would be what? You've got the medicine, you've got the pharmacy, and your driver class, such that you start from the most isolated class, which is medicine. Okay, so even for your test, you have to just zip, as I do for every lab, you just zip your solution and you will upload it. So inside it, you will have this class, medicine, which you can see here that you want to compare it. So when you have this comparable, you have the medicine must be comparable. You need to have the implements what? Comparable of which type? Also lab 6 medicine. Okay. And this means that you need to implement the method which is comparative. Okay. But before it, let's see what characterizes your medicine. Well, you have what? Private string. You've got name, you've got indications, contraindications. Okay, so these will be part of the prospect. Then you have your list of ingredients which don't have duplicates. So if you don't want to have duplicates, which is the best suited collection that you can have? You can have a hash set. Okay, so you will have here, let's see, you have a name, then you have a private string. This is based on the prospect, and I just look at ingredients. So this one can be stored as a string, indications, okay, because this will be added as a description. Okay, contraindications. All right, then you want not to have duplicates. Okay, so no duplicates means that you can have as a collection the hash set, such that you have the set. Inside it, you store ingredients, and these ingredients you can have them as strings. And you have in okay equals. Well, this one wants to be imported based on util. Java.util.star. Okay. And inside it, I have a new hash set. Okay, just like this. And you store strings inside. Then for it, you can see that you've got the price and your stock. So you will have a private double. Okay, you got the price and you also got a private int stock. Good. What you need to do now is that you need your constructors, getters, setters. Let's add them here. Constructors based on them. This one with the set can be empty because you initialize it as being empty. Check. Okay. The classical getter setters to string. So this is what you were doing during the first year. Right. Then you also got to string if you want to display this instance of class medicine. Then you got to string for it based on everything, and it will display them all. Then let's see how you can compare. Okay, you can compare to another medicine, and you are having several criteria. So which were these criteria based on which you were doing the comparison? You have your three possible positions, which can be Mr. Nuno, help us. Which are the possible positions when you want to compare two objects, no matter their type? Final int, you've got before, which means a -1. Then whether it's equal, this is 0. And then we've got after, which means 1. Okay, so let's see. I can write the comparison based on price. So whether this dot get of price is less than my other object O dot get price, it means that I need to return the value before, because I compare my current object, which is this. So it will be before the other one, which is received as an argument. Then I can have if this dot get price is greater than O dot get price, you will return that it is placed after. And if not, you have just return of equal. Okay, so this is how you compare one by one. Okay. Then what you will have is that you can also compare based on name. So here you compare based on price. Okay, and you've also got the public int compare name of another medicine, L6 medicine. Let's say also O. It's an object. Okay. So let's see. As before, you have your possible positions. Okay, which would be again before, after, and whether it's equal, such that we have the final int before, okay, which is -1, final int equal, which is 0. Okay, just adding the spaces to be much more easier to read it. And then we have a final int after, which means 1. Okay. Then I want to find out which will be exactly the value. What I can do is also to have it so you've got the SG code and you can get for that string, which is the associated value. So you can also have a comparison based on integer. You can parse int of string, as you can see. Okay, so you can get this dot get name, and according to it, you can also compare it with the integer value and parse int of my object O dot get name. Okay, and now whether it's less, it means that you return before. Okay, then you will have also same case. Okay, but this one will be greater. So it means here that it is placed after. And if not, you've got only one case. So whenever you have a return, the function exits, whether it is true. And if neither of the previous two returns were not called, then it means that it is an equal case. Okay. All right. So this will be what you have to do for this class. Okay. So this is the comparison based on price, and you return its position based on name, as well as you have the classical constructors, getters, setters. And don't forget here that you don't want any duplicates, so you store it, each and every ingredient, inside a hash set. Then what you need to do is that you also have the other class, okay, which is your pharmacy. We have L6 of pharmacy. And now let's see. What characterizes your pharmacy? So it says that in this pharmacy, you've got a collection of medicines. Okay, and you will have a stock for it. And these medicines can be received like package by package. So you will have the stock associated to it. So having them grouped and placed inside the pharmacy, you can store this one. I can have an array list of L6 medicine. Okay, and I will have the stock for it. Okay, medicine stock. And it will be a new array list. Okay, it also got imported for it. Okay, because they can come in boxes one by one, and as I receive the box and until it is placed on the shelf, you know that you have it available, and whether you have somebody who needs it to buy it online or exactly in person, you provide it. All right, such that here you can also have your default constructor. You can have like by default, the constructor is provided for you whether you do not create it, or if you want, you can create it. And in this case, you would simply say that your pharmacy is open. Okay. So you have it open. If not, it won't display anything. It will create an instance and this one will be empty. Okay, so you don't initialize anything. Then we have this medicine that comes, okay, in the pharmacy. So you will have a public. When you want to add a medicine, you don't need to return anything. So the return type is void. And you will have the add medicine. What I want to add inside is of type L6 of medicine. Okay. And it's my medicine N, let's say. Good. And where do I store it? Well, inside the medicine stock, I will call the method which is add of my object M that I want to add inside my collection. Okay, so this will be when I want to add as all these medicines arrive at the pharmacy. Then what I want to do, you see here that you also have the check stock to see and to eliminate those products out of stock. So what I need to do first of all is to check whether the stock exists or not, such that we will have the public void check stock. Do I need to provide any input argument? Well, no, because I simply use my collection to which I have access. So I don't need to search for a certain medicine. I just look through everything. So it means that I need to parse it, and within L6 medicine, M out of what? Out of my collection, which is medicine stock. What I need to do is to check whether my object of type L6 medicine, we've got a method called getStock. And now, whether my stock is 0, what I need to do is that it says to eliminate your stock product. Okay, so out of this medicine stock, I need to call the remove of what? Of my object, which is M, and it has no stock available for it. Okay, so this is how you parse, and you go through each and every object which exists inside your collection, and you simply call the method to have access to the stock associated to it. And that's all that you need to do. So you've got a method. As you have add, you also have remove based on your current object. Okay. Then we have here also the pharmacy with the method to map, saying how many times you got each ingredient by parsing through the collection of medicines. Okay, so what I need to do here is that I have a public, but this public says that it has a map to map. So it will return this map. Okay, so here I will have to add the map of my ingredient, which is of type string, and how many times it appears. So it is an integer, and I will call it to map as it is wanted here. And again, I don't need any kind of argument because I need to go through each and every element. So let's make it start, have everything import. Here I will have to return exactly a hash map. Okay, so map, in fact, a map of string. I create this map of string and integer to compute how much times each and every ingredient appears. So we have this output, which is of type new hash map. Okay. And what I will do here is exactly to return my output. Okay. Now, inside I have the logic. What I need to do is to go through all the medicines which I've got here on stock. Okay. So you need to check all medicines from the pharmacy. Okay, meaning that I will have a 4. Here I have a lab 6 medicine. I have my M from this medicine stock. Now, being inside it, I need to go through all the ingredients of your medicine. Okay, so you will have to parse all ingredients of the medicine M, such that you will have here a 4, and inside it, which is the type of my ingredient? Well, the type of my ingredient is string. So I will have a string, and I will have this ingredient I from ingredient, and you take it from M dot, and you've got the ingredients. Okay, get ingredients. Then you did enter your ingredient, and now you need to see whether or not, so you have like this, you have here inside the pharmacy, it is an array list, and based on each and every stock which arrived, you can have several suppliers for the same medicine. So this is why you need to check whether or not this ingredient was encountered before, such that you will have an if. If my hash map, where I have the ingredients, contains key, and the key should be my ingredient for which I search, okay, it means that I will have to get for it which is this value, and whether it contains the key, I just need to update it. So it means that I did encounter it again. So I will have a temporary variable, temp, which is in fact out of my output, which is this collection, okay. I need to get the value associated to what? Associated to my ingredient to which I arrive. And for it, I will have to increment the number of times it was encountered. Now, inside my map, I need to update it. So I will simply use the put. So you can think of this put, it's exactly like you have in web programming. You have post for creating an instance, you have put for updating your instance for your exactly the record. Okay, for this put, it means that for my ingredient I associate a new value, which is exactly this step, getting the previous value, you increment it and you update it. Okay, so this is when, okay, the ingredient already exists inside the hash map. Okay, so it is part of another medicine too. So you will just increment how many times it was found with just a plus plus, because this is for the current ingredient, current medicine to which you arrive. Okay. Then whether it's not the case, so it means that you have it for the first time, it means that inside my output, I will have to add what? For my ingredient I start counting from the value 1. And this is how we simply have each and every value inside. Okay, so this is what you need to do for pharmacy. Okay, you've got the check stock. Of course, by default, you add medicine, then you check the stock, and then you've got the to map, which is exactly written here, such that you count how many times you have each and every ingredient for all collection of medicines. Okay. And now you will have to write the driver. So the driver is the class where you have the whole functionality. So it is better to have this driver because you have them isolated, okay? Here you have the instance of medicine, then you've got the pharmacy, as well as inside the driver you simulate the whole situation. Such that I have my lab 6 driver, and inside my driver what I need to have is a public static void main with string args. Okay. Being inside it, what I need to create, first of all, is to have an instance of my pharmacy. Okay. Pharmacy P, let's say equals new. This is based on lab 6, not with what I later on. Okay, all right. So first of all, you need to add now the medicine. But remember that each and every medicine has associated to it an ingredient list, and this will be your set of strings. Okay, so this is from where you should start. Firstly, you need to allocate those ingredients, and then you just associate to a new medicine that array. Okay, and also with the stock. Okay, so first of all, let's have a set. You have a string, and you have some ingredients. Okay, and we have ingredients 1 as being a new hash set. Stop for it. Okay. And now inside it, you can add at the same time the values. So you can have this collections. For collections, so wait, Java some. Okay, it is also inside Java UT. Okay, this is the one. Collections. For collections, I want to add all. As you can see, you can add multiple values. And you need to say for which collection do you want to associate a list of strings, meaning that for my ingredients, I would like to add, and I have my ingredient 1, then you have ingredient 2, and so on. So you will have different components. Okay, then what you can do also here is to also play around and to have also ingredient 2 twice to see that you have it just once. Okay, so you won't have any duplicates. Okay, no duplicates in this store because you've got a hash set, and this is the collection to which you associate all the other elements. Okay, but all these ingredients, they belong to a certain medicine, meaning that inside the pharmacy, I will have the add medicine of what? I will have a new lab 6 medicine of, you've got, as you can see, you have name indications, country indications, you've got price and the stock. Okay. Okay. But we can also add this collection. So let's also associate it here. I want to have another constructor. Okay, based on everything. Let's have it here. Now, this one, I want firstly to have for it the name. Let's put it generic to be medicine 1. Okay. For it, after my medicine 1, you will have your indications. So we have it here. We have name indications, country indications, list of ingredients, price, stock. Okay, we have indications which also belongs to it. Indications 1. Then you have our indications 1. Okay, then we would have our ingredients. And after our ingredients, we have here the price and our stock. So this is how it appears, one by one. Okay, so you set name, indications, country indications, list of ingredients, price, and stock. And what you need to do now is to repeat this procedure. So I will copy paste it. And let's have another set for my set of ingredients, they can be different. Let's say this is 2, 2, and 3. Okay, and for my medicine 2, I have other indications, other indications. The array associated to it will be ingredients of 2. I can have price like this one, and also based on stock I can have, let's say, 2. Okay, then I will have another ingredient 3. This can be repeated. And ingredient 4 by name. This is my medicine 3. My indications associated to it, also its contraindications. Okay, it's collection of ingredients. Can have a price and no stock for it. Then let's have another one. 4, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So here we have our medicine 4. Price and stock. Okay. So this is when you just created each and every medicine. Now what I want to do is to go through all of them and to see them. And it means that we will have a 4. We go through every L6 medicine M out of my pharmacy. Okay, this is a P. And for my P, I need to have the medicine stock. Okay. And for it, I will have to display it. So I will have C out, and I will get my medicine, the name for it. Then I can have something like this, and I will add and will get the price. Okay. And we can also have and that get stock. Or what you can do is to have them with m dot to string, and we have them one by one. Let's see if I run it. Okay, so we have the pharmacies open because we did create a new this instance, which we'll call the constructor for it, which is this one. If not, it would use the default constructor and wouldn't say anything. Then for it, we will have, based on what was inserted, medicine 1 with its price, and I want the stock. Okay, I have get stock, and it was displayed. And if not, you see that you have the toString, so it will display everything that it has. And also inside ingredients, you see that you have this ingredient which gets repeated, so it will be stored just once. Okay, so as you can see, you won't have any duplicates, neither for the first collection of ingredients, neither for the second collection of ingredients. Okay. Then what I would like to find out is that I also want to have the toMap with the toString, such that I would like to have this method called. Okay. All right, so it means that this one was in fact returning a map. So I can have a cout for which for my pharmacy I have this toMap, and for it I can call it with a toString. I'm calling it again. And it will simply count how many times was found each and every ingredient. Okay, like ingredient 4. Let me search here, ingredient 4. Ingredient 4, as you can see, it appears just 2 times here and here, so it is 2. I have ingredient 3. This is found twice here, okay, and here. Then I have ingredient 2. Duplicates will not be stored, so here you have 1 occurrence, 2 and 3, as well as ingredient 1. Okay, this one appears here and here, so it has 2. Ingredient 5 is unique, so it is placed here. Okay, let's see. We also want to remove those products which are not on stock. Okay, so remove medicine which is not on stock. Okay. Meaning that you will have this p.check stock for your pharmacy, and then I want to display again what I do have inside my pharmacy, meaning that I will have this one and I display them one by one, but I don't want to have anymore this one. I want it to string. Let's see what happens. After counting the stock, okay, which is here, you did see that for my medicine, which is 3, I have the stock 0. So what remains is medicine 1, which has the stock 1. I have my medicine 2, which has the stock 2. Medicine 3 has no stock, so therefore it is deleted, okay, from my collection. And I have the last medicine, which does have a stock, so indeed it remains. Okay, so all of these are what you need to do, okay, when solving exactly this application, such that you will have something similar for your test. Okay, I will stop this recording and let's see if you have